This is part 3 of our move from Langley, British Columbia to Calgary, Alberta. We pick it up talking about paint and where the inspiration for our interior paint colors came from.
Bringing the outdoors in.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where I feel like I need to be. I'm always drawn to the trees. I miss the trees. I won't lie, but we just have to go search for them here.
Yeah, there's trees. We traded the trees for open skies
Yeah.
and clouds
Which
and
is,
Chinooks.
again, something new. Something I wanted to experience. And I'm glad that we are. So other than that, we've really been held up or going to Home Depot.
Oh, we've seen a lot of Home Depot.
We should really just get a Home Depot card, for fuck's sakes.
Maybe. I think we should really get them to sponsor this podcast so we can get stuff for free.
We got all our 7 lights upstairs from HD.
Mm-hmm. The Home Depot.
And they worked really well because they kind of matched the floor a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had that nice wood grain painted around the outside.
But we have popcorn ceilings, so another
Gross.
reason why painting was a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
And then the light doesn't lay flush,
Nope.
but it's still good. So fuck it.
Exactly.
We call it the halo.
Exactly. It's just a nice little extra bounce off of that textured ceiling. It adds to the ambiance of the place.
But I'll have to say, it is definitely more an adult's home because the colors and the way that they had things set up before. No judgment for real, but it was like a child's playhouse.
It definitely felt that way. We'll have to, I don't know, maybe we'll make a post somewhere with some of the listing photos so you can see this. But like the couple who lived here before had kids and puppies and like,
which
it
is
was an
fine.
odd setup.
Totally lived in.
But it was an odd setup.
It seemed just like the people who were here before, maybe people before, just treated it more like a rental, didn't really care for it for their own to be how they wanted it to be. It's just like I moved my stuff in and I just started living in it and didn't care, which is great. Works for some people, but I wanted to make it our own.
Well, and we had different intentions coming into it, right? And especially moving from a whole different province. And coming in here and wanting to really change this whole chapter of our lives, right? And do things completely differently and experience new ways of living and new environments and cultures and weathers. And, we were, I don't know, we have a whole different expectation, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you never know. Like, you never know what people's intentions were when they buy a place. But I just feel like this place has so much potential, and it just sort of wasn't treated the way that it should have been.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just gonna do our best. I mean, we're not making changes for other people. We're considering some things. You gotta consider some things.
Well, because we have a vision of the place being somewhere where people can come over. We want to be able to host people and entertain.
And then when we feel like selling it too, it'll just be better, so we make more money as well. But that's not the
making
end goal.
Money is not the goal.
It's the end achievement.
As long as we break even,
you
we're
could
good.
still beat the game without the achievement, but it's so much better if you collect everything.
But the real goal is to have a space that people want to be in.
Yeah.
So, you want a home where people want to come over and visit you in that home.
Jake had said today that he wants us to be a home where people come and never want to leave. Or when they do leave, they're just thinking about when they could come back.
Yeah.
So we need a nice spare room mattress.
Yeah. I was going to say, to be more specific, I was talking about the bed.
But
because when you go to someone's house and you have a shitty sleep on their bed and you wake up in the morning and come down and they're all excited because you're there in your company and they're like, how was your sleep? And you have to grit through your teeth and you're like, it was fine. But really your spine is, as crooked as a fucking
and honestly,
gerrymandered U.S.
there's
voting
only
map.
2 of us. No animals, no kids or anything. Mm-hmm. And so we can have a nice spare room where
Yeah.
most of the time it's going to be empty, but that's totally fine because that's our choice.
No, but I love our vision for it because it's not just a guest room. Like, remember, we want to call it the traveler's room.
Yeah.
And that's because whoever's coming here and staying there, they are the traveler. They have traveled to come visit us, whether it's just from the other side of town, or maybe from British Columbia, or my family from the States, or friends from afar. Who knows, right? Like, you have traveled to come and stay with us. But then also, like, I love to travel and you want to travel more, and
Yeah.
we're going to go travel, and we want a place to also house all of our photographs, writings, knickknacks, whatever we get from the places that we go to. And that becomes a place to house all of that, and even a quiet, maybe in a quiet work and meditation space to kind of reflect and look back upon all the places in the world we've been, the things we've experienced. And
Yeah.
I don't know, especially I think because I'm a writer, that's where so much of my inspiration for writing comes from, is the places I've been and things I've done. So I can't help but say, man, I could, and when people aren't visiting, I'll sit in there and just write about shit.
Yeah, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. Well, I feel like I'm going to go nap in there.
Totally. As travelers will do. You need to nap. You're traversing time zones and shit.
But yeah, or like if I want to go read, or if you want to go read, it's just it's sort of going to mimic our room in a way, but be a bit different in the way that it's set up.
Mm-hmm.
But just obviously a bit different. So we're treating it like it's someplace that we would want to go to.
Totally.
It's not just a guest room where you shut the door and you forget that room exists until you have guests.
Yeah. It's almost like a second bedroom for us.
Yeah, so I mean, like, if we ever did get in one of those big fights or something and people keep talking about, we can go in separate rooms and we'll both be comfortable.
That's not the goal.
It's not the goal, but I'm saying
I'm just clarifying for people listening.
at least we would know that we'd both be okay.
That's true. And I think that's what's most beautiful about all of it. That we're trying to make sure we'll both be okay.
Yes. We're doing okay, Mom. We're good.
Yeah. So let's change things up and talk about future in Calgary. Because both of us packed up life, moved out here. We had no jobs lined up, no anything. We just kind of moved out here because we believed and followed
An instinct.
Yeah. Of like, we think this is where we need to be. Not even we think, we believe and we feel wholeheartedly. This is the place to be. This is where we have to go. But there was no real mental or logical
No
explanation to why or how. I think in that traditional sense. Because it felt like anytime I talked to anybody about this move, that was the first question. Like, well, why are you going there? Do you have a job? Is there some opportunity? Blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm sure there is. I don't know about it yet, but
Why not?
I think I need to be over there.
Yeah.
And still feel it. Like, I feel that feeling has only gotten stronger and stronger with each move that we've made here.
Well, what is our address? What are the numbers? What do those numbers mean? Again,
our house number is 222, and those are the number of angels, right?
Angel numbers. Anyways, 222.
Aaron explained it very eloquently.
Yes. Again, wise.
Yes.
But what I remember is that 222 is means a fresh start.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was part of
basically
it, yes.
you're going in the right direction.
Yeah.
You're making all the right decisions.
And the fours reinforce that.
If
They're
you
the
see,
doubles of the two.
So if you want to look into it, go for it. But basically, if you keep seeing the same numbers, they mean something. So remember what you were thinking at that time, or like look it up. So 444s is kind of like 222s, but it's if I'm remembering correctly, it is you're on the right path, but you're doubting yourself.
Well, it was, I think how I remember it was the 222 is like the fresh start. the 4-4s, or just 4s, are that reinforcement of trust yourself. You're doing the right thing. You're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing. The 222s were that symbol of the new path.
I think the 222s were part of that. You're on the right path. The four, if you see 444s, it's you're doubting yourself. Trust it. Trust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think we're saying similar things.
Not quite.
Okay.
But past that, anyways, we're doing the right thing is what I'm getting at it here.
Mm-hmm.
And
There's a lot of that.
never
That's
felt
for sure.
like we were doing something wrong. Everything's just I have not felt bad for moving. I haven't felt homesick or anything even because I am in my home.
Yeah.
And I just haven't felt sick to my stomach like you do sometimes when you're really anxious or you feel like guilty or something like that, or scared even. And I've just haven't felt that way.
Yeah. Well, and hard to feel scared too, like when, our neighbors, like our next door neighbors who we share almost part of our garage with.
The pathway, not even. We have different garages.
Yeah.
That'd be weird.
But we're very close to the property line on a lot of our things together, and they're just so kind. Like, I think it was a very stark difference from moving into my place in Langley, where there's like nobody and nothing, and you kind of feel like everyone was eyeing you sideways, like, what are you doing here? Who are you to be here? Versus I felt moving into the place here, like, our neighbors came out. They were going to an appointment while we were moving in, but they came out and they saw us and like, oh, hi, you must be the new neighbors. Like, I'm so-and-so and I'm so-and-so. I'm withholding their names because I don't want to
It's all good.
share that right now. But like, they just came out and they were so friendly. And then, like they just had a kid and like, here's our kid. And well, I'm like, sorry, he's probably like 3 or 4, but he's younger. And, their mom is coming over to help look after him. Like, this is our mom and blah, blah, blah. And you just felt like,
this is our mom.
Wow. Like, or yeah, this is my mom.
You crazy.
Sorry, you get the picture I'm painting though, right? Where it's like the whole family's out there welcoming you to the neighborhood. And they're saying, we're excited that you're our neighbor. If there's anything you need, come ask us. Like, we're happy to help you. And we're happy that you're here. Like, it was a totally different feeling.
Seemed more open.
Totally.
Like, it feels like in at least Vancouver area, people just seem, but some people, I don't want to put everybody in a category, but it just seems more closed off where people are more willing to pass you.
Yeah.
People don't really smile at you anymore when you pass them.
Yeah.
And
it's again, not that I want to put them in a box, but that was my experience. In the places that I lived, in the places that I went. Like, I even think of your place in Albion up in Maple Ridge. Yeah. Right? Where, like, yeah, people smile and nice, but then they leave all these passive aggressive notes on your car about parking in front of their house when it's public street parking. And
yeah.
Where you're like, wow,
horrible.
Like, you're nice to my face, but you're a dick behind my back when I don't know who you are. So what the heck? Like, what gives, man?
Yeah. So yeah, everybody's been awesome.
Anyhow, I don't want to trash talk Vancouver. We're looking forward.
Exactly.
We're looking forward. And, yeah, so I guess no nerves, really, huh?
No.
Yeah.
Just get mad with the painting. And then thinking about what we have to do with this bathroom. But we got to do that sooner than later because I missed the bathtub.
It's a priority. We'll get the bath fixed.
Yeah, no, but it's been nice. Also keeping busy because not having a job right now. Keeping busy has made the days just so much better too.
And they've just flown by.
Yeah. I don't understand. I get up at like 8:39 now, which makes no sense because if I'm living in BC time, I'm an hour behind. So I'd be getting up at like 7:38. And I usually sleep till like 11 if I have the chance. And we've been going to bed late. early, late, whatever we fucking want. And I still get up so freaking early. I don't get it. And I don't even have a nap.
Yeah.
If you know me, I like to sleep.
Yeah.
And that's why that is like.
Well, the days have just been flying by, though.
Yeah.
I'm an early riser. So I'm usually up sometime at least 6 or 7. Like if I'm waking up after 8 o'clock, that's sleeping in for me.
Yeah.
And I've even been amazed at how suddenly I look down at the clock and I'm like, oh my God, it's going on 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah. 11.
Like,
oh my God.
Some of the times we haven't even had dinner until then.
Yeah.
Not because we chose to, just because we lost track of time doing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess that's how you get stuff done.
Well, and I like to get shit done.
Yeah, you do.
I'd wake up, put on my painting clothes I'd been wearing for a week. Every day, same clothes. And other my painting clothes.
Yeah.
I don't want to make new painting clothes. Anyways, and I'd get up and I'd eat and get coffee and paint.
Yeah.
And then I'd let it dry and then I'd go to paint. And then I'd let it dry and then I would go touch up. Or we'd take off the tape and then I would touch up but be mad about all the fucking touch ups. Again, popcorn ceiling and the lines from taping.
Yeah.
Really, really rough.
Yeah.
But anyways, it looks pretty good.
It does.
If I do say so myself.
And looking forward here, like, so all this work we're doing.
Yes.
What are we envisioning life like? You know, I think this is a huge part of even that desire to move that we talked about earlier, where we wanted to like have a different life experience, I guess. Would be a way of putting it. So what are things that we want to do here? How are we envisioning life going down?
We want to try to do as much work for ourselves and more creative. Having a home helps us be more creative in a way of being able to use the space better. You know, being able to do certain things we weren't able to do before in such tiny spaces.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. I feel like we can do more of our photography here.
Yeah.
Because of the space.
Yeah.
And also there seems to be like a lot of studios around us, which is helpful so that, you know, we can meet new people and
Well, and Calgary feels like it's a creative town, but it doesn't feel like there's as big of a creative industry here.
Right. Like
which is exciting
growing.
to me. Yeah. Yeah, like
Yeah.
and we can do stuff from home. Especially having I'm kind of excited to have that yard space. Be able to do things outside, like paint our own canvas backdrops and be able to just host people in the summer.
Veggies.
Grow food. Like it can really make your life so much more of
sustainable.
Whatever you want it to be. Yeah, exactly.
Sustainable and your choice.
Yeah.
What makes you happy rather than
Well, trying to grow produce in 2 little planter boxes on your patio in Vancouver is not the same as having a yard where you can
buying one
put things
red
into.
pepper for $2.99 also fucking sucks.
Oh yeah, we don't want to talk about the red peppers. Thanks for listening to the Paradings podcast. We hope you've enjoyed our stories about moving from British Columbia to Alberta, and we look forward to bringing you many more adventures from Alberta. And we want to remind you to do whatever the heck that you want in this world and go where you feel welcomed, and we hope we'll see you in Alberta sometime. See ya.